The role-playing genre of Roblox is blowing up recently, some of them being known to almost every Robloxian ever. If you've read the title of this video, you know that today we will be comparing two games, one being Rocitizens, which does not have a decent player count but still is getting growth after the new map update, and we will be comparing this to Brookhaven, which is an award-winning Roblox game and has a record of having the highest number of players playing at it at a time. I will be describing the pros and cons of both of these games, and we'll also be talking about some mentionable aspects, then judge the results at the end. Make sure to stick around for that. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more of this content, and turn on the notification bell for quickest updates. Starting up with Rocitizens, let's talk about economy. Most of the games of the role-playing genre actually do not have an economic system, and thus there is no reason to earn or spend money. However, in Rocitizens, economy exists. Similar to Bloxburg, you can work on various types of jobs and spend the money on clothes, vehicles, food, houses, and furniture. Building and decorating houses is an essential aspect of Rocitizens, which I will come to a bit later. So for that, especially newer players would need to grind for money. This is quite overwhelming because newer players might also need to grind for weeks in order to get a satisfied result, but in another way it makes everything more realistic and gives you freedom in building and decorating houses. In Brookhaven, however, there is no economic system, thus everything in there is pretty much 100% roleplay. Around the map there are some institutions and various infrastructures which are ideal for roleplaying. The cars and houses in Brookhaven is also free and pre-decorated, however there are game passes for the exclusive ones, coming to those a bit later. Coming up next, we have houses, vehicles, and avatars. Now, as I mentioned before, since we do not have any money system in Brookhaven, there's actually no limit for your avatar. You can choose between the entire Roblox catalog, body types, gear, and so on. Like Royal High, you can also set a bio for yourself, an age, a nickname, and so on. As for the houses in Brookhaven are pre-decorated and you can only interact with certain items. With the premium game pass, you can get access to exclusive houses which will enhance the roleplay experience. The same goes for vehicles. They have a variety of vehicles and you do not need to spend anything to get them. However, the speeds of these cars are ridiculously low, and that's actually one of the things that drive me nuts in this game. Pretty sure it affects other people too, so they buy the car game pass for better speed. Kind of a nice strategy to get Robux. In Rocitizens, however, there is a money system. You would need to work for everything. Only the default boy type bodies available, and the clothes are limited as well. You would need to spend money to buy these clothes. The prices are pretty low, so yeah, you can make a big collection. Also, you can customize the exits of the clothes and make it similar to what you want. As for the houses, there are 10 different types of houses in Rocitizens, and the looks of it increases accordingly with the price. Also, unlike Brookhaven, the houses are not decorated, so you need to buy furniture and you can decorate it on your own, which is a nice detail since it's more realistic this way. For the vehicles, however, the amount of vehicles in the game right now is not that much, especially when you compare it with Brookhaven, but at least we don't need game passes to increase speed. Also, if you want to get your own avatar in game just like the Brookhaven, you need to buy the catalog game pass. Coming up, we have the world type. Believe me or not, I think the Brookhaven map is kind of disarranged and colorful. By colorful, I mean most of the locations and items look like they have been made appealing just for kids, and thus the game forgets the natural beauty a normal city or town should have. However, I liked how the map was big and how all the locations were all spread across it, which makes us eager to explore everything. Moreover, I like the map among all open role-playing games there are. In Rocitizens, however, the game had a normal map last year, but after the map update, the world got 18 times bigger. Yes, 18 times. Even though the last map wasn't that huge, the new map is absolutely huge and it is mind-blowing to the new players especially. The game updated some of the major buildings to make it seem more realistic and expanded the roads. They also added some amazing landscapes, for example the Rose City's landscape inspired by the Hollywood one. The game also has a lighthouse, a working canal, camping systems, beaches, oceans, boardwalks, and so on. Even if you're not into roleplay, it just feels amazing to drive around the map in your car and enjoy the natural beauty. Rocitizens did an amazing job in their map update, and props to all the people that contributed in doing it. We have game passes coming up next. Brookhaven has diversified their passes by a lot. They have loads of it solely dedicated to vehicle and avatar upgrades. However, there are house ones as well. The premium game pass gives you a minimum upgrade on almost all the aspects. In Rocitizens, we have the building, color, and catalog game pass. We also have the premium game pass, which is said to be the worst one yet. The prices of all the game passes in both the games are okay in my opinion. Now we have interactions coming up next. Let's talk about Brookhaven first. I have to admit the interactions are pretty insane. First off, you have the carry feature for babies. You can carry toddlers around, and it has some features from other role-playing games as well. A really cool detail to interact I found was that you can write stuff on the board in school and it stays there until someone changes it. The school auditorium is pretty cool as well, since it has working lighting system and curtains. People who want to create movies can make this their ideal space. There are many other small interaction details in the game as well. For example, equipping equipping working gear, but if I stuff them all here, the video will be 1 day long, so let's head over to Rocitizens. Rocitizens has the basic interactions. It's not that much since it's pretty basic. We have some basic emotes there, and then you can interact with food, drink, NPC, drinks, I'm sorry, you can interact with food, drinks, NPC characters, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Oh, and also the interactions inside homes. They also recently added a ragdoll feature, a ragdoll emote, which I think is pretty cool in my opinion. We're pretty much at the end of the video, and now let's talk about some stand on our mentionable pros of both of this game, starting with Rocitizens. The map of Rocitizens is pretty epic. It has amazing landscapes, as I mentioned before, and the nature effects just soothe me. With a bit better graphics, you'll be able to enjoy the sun rays, and nothing is better than driving your car in a sunset by the ocean. The building aspect is another mentionable feature of the game. You can use building blocks to make custom furniture items and so on, which look very appealing. The self-decorating ability stands out in this case as well. Cooking food is also a good feature, along with the fact that the cars are pretty decent as well. They look realistic and really blend in with natural city life. Now let's look at the mentionable features of Brookhaven. In Brookhaven, there is no economy, which looks like a feature to me. For example, newer players in Rocitizens have to grind for pretty much everything. Not that fact with Brookhaven though. Jump in, customize your avatar, and boom, you're all set. The huge amount of interactions we get in the game is amazing, which makes it hard to run out of things to do. You can plan out varieties of roleplays with different sorts of backgrounds, and you will never be bored of this game. It's judgment time, and now it's time to say what is the better game of these two. Now we will be judging both of these games depending on the categories we talk throughout the video. For the economy part, Brookhaven takes the win since the game is fully enjoyable from the moment you start playing it, whereas in Rocitizens you need to grind for it. For houses, avatars, and vehicles, I think it is a tie between both of these games. Yes, it's true that you need to grind for these in Rocitizens, but that also enhances the creative experience you do not get in Brookhaven, even though money does not exist there. We all know that Rocitizens definitely takes the win for the world type and the fact that the game includes a minimap and a GPS, player reviews, and so on is absolutely mind-blowing, so Brookhaven does not even come close in this case. For Game Passes, I'm not sure which one takes the win since I do not own any of the Game Passes in any of the games, but feels like Rocitizens should take it since they have lesser Game Passes, whereas Brookhaven just diversifies the Game Passes. For interactions, Brookhaven definitely takes the win, and Rocitizens does not even come close since they have a lot less interactions and activities than Brookhaven does. For a creative and realistic experience, Rocitizens takes the lead since you do actual jobs there, plus I already talked about the map and its features. And among the mentionable features, I think it's a tie again. Rocitizens is amazing with their custom building features, while Brookhaven stands out for their amazing and diversified roleplay experience. Now it's up to you to decide which one of these actually takes the win, and let me know in the comments. Please subscribe the channel for more videos of Brookhaven and Rocitizens, and turn on the notification bell to receive updates the quickest. This is Arvid, and I will see you in the next one.